Welcome to today's deep dive. Usually we see blockbuster films acting like, well, massive cruise ships, hulking and just really slow to turn.
Right. They take absolute years to make.
Exactly. But Kamal Hassan's new production, Seyon, is operating completely differently. It's like a Formula One car.
Oh, it really is moving at just lightning speed.
Yeah, and the whole Hollywood world is watching because they are aiming for a massive release, right?
Yeah, they are aiming straight for the Ayuda Puja Festival holidays, which is, I mean, it's an incredibly aggressive timeline for a film of this massive scale.
Wait, so shooting kicks off in Madurai on May 15th, right? And then it's just a dead sprint to the finish.
Exactly, a total sprint.
But they aren't just, rushing out some generic potboiler to hit a date. Look at the team behind the wheel here.
Yeah, the collaboration is huge.
Right. Actor Sivakarthikeyan is pairing up with director Sivakumar Murugesan. And, we all remember the impact Murugesan had with Thai Kalavi right after Parasakvi.
Oh, absolutely. And what's really fascinating here is matching Murugesan's specific sensibilities with Sivakarthikeyan in a full-blown Madurai setting.
Right, Madurai.
Yeah, I mean, as a Kollywood fan, you already know Madurai is basically the crucible for raw, high-stakes cinema.
It's uber gritty.
Totally gritty. But dropping Sivakarthikeyan into that specific environment under Murugesan's direction, it shifts the actor right away from his usual commercial comfort zone.
Yeah, it's a huge calculated risk.
Yeah.
But it gives the audience something genuinely unpredictable, right? It's almost like assembling a regional championship team.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, everyone brings a unique, specialized strength. But to make that kind of authentic regional film work at a massive blockbuster level, you need serious firepower behind the scenes.
You really do.
And Seyon definitely has it. It's jointly backed by Turmeric Media and, of course, Kamal Hassan's Raj Kamal Films International.
Which is massive. I mean, that level of backing completely changes the math on this entire project.
How so?
Well, RKFI doesn't just write checks for standard, safe commercial fare,
Right, they take big swings.
Exactly. When giant production houses of that caliber step in and unite, it signals immense confidence in the script's foundation. It practically guarantees a really sprawling, high-quality cinematic scale.
Yeah, and you can totally see that scale in the ensemble cast, too.
Oh, the cast is stacked.
It really is. I mean, Bhagyashree Bose, Sori Aruldos, and Balasaravan are all locked in.
Such a solid lineup.
And then, plus, they brought in Santhosh Narayanan for the music, which just feels like the perfect acoustic anchor for this.
Oh, 100%. You just don't do a heavy-hitting Madurai film without a composer who fundamentally understands that specific regional pulse.
Right, you really need that sound.
Yeah, Santhosh Narayanan, he provides the heartbeat that really roots the film's identity in that culture.
Okay, but let's unpack this aggressive schedule for a second, though.
Sure.
Because you mentioned the May 15th start date, and they are racing toward Ayuda Puja. How does a massive production actually maintain top-tier quality when they are sprinting through such a fast-paced shoot?
That is the million-dollar question.
Right, because to me, honestly, it just sounds like a recipe for a really sloppy final product.
Well, it's a completely fair concern. Like, fast shoots usually do imply rushed art.
Exactly.
But directors like Sivakumar Murugesan, they compensate for these incredibly tight execution windows by locking in just an ironclad pre-production phase.
So they figure it all out beforehand.
Right. By the time the cameras actually roll on May 15th, I mean, every single frame, every stunt piece, every location setup is likely already storyboarded and fully rehearsed.
Meaning they aren't, like, finding the movie on set.
No, not at all. That's the secret. They are just executing a highly detailed blueprint.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that intense preparation is really the only way you hit an Ayuda Puja deadline without the film looking like a rushed television episode.
So the speed happens in production, but the time was already spent heavily in prep. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. They basically endure the pressure cooker of the shoot to capitalize on that massive holiday audience turnout.
Which is a smart play.
Very smart. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's high-stakes cinema playing out in real time.
Yeah, it really is.
You have an elite crew, top-tier star power, and heavy financial backing, and they are all trusting this accelerated blueprint.
It is basically the ultimate stress test for a blockbuster.
Definitely.
So to summarize for everyone listening, we know Seyon has all the right ingredients, right? The authentic Madurai flavor, the RKFI backing, and that gritty Santhosh Narayan sound.
It's the perfect storm.
It really is.
Yeah.
But here is a final provocative thought for you to think about as this project races toward Ayuda Puja.
Lay it on me.
Well, if Seyon succeeds with this high-speed, high-quality model, will we see the end of the multi-year Tamil blockbuster? Like, if they prove you can deliver a literal masterpiece in months instead of years, it could force the entire industry to rethink how long a massive film actually takes to make.
That would change everything.
It really would.
Yeah.
So definitely keep an eye on Madurai this May.